everybody. This is Kevin, your host for Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, and this is episode number 73. And we're getting close to the holidays, getting close to the election. Go vote. And I'm excited because I have two new guests on the podcast today. One is a realtor, and one is a surprise. We'll tell you who that is in a minute. But I always have to start off the podcast by telling everybody that if you're a real estate agent or you're a vendor and you operate in the Fort Bend County area and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call. I get calls all the time. I'll be more than happy to put you on the schedule. 832-654-0527 or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. And then I always have to start the podcast off by saying that I couldn't do this podcast if it wasn't for everybody that I work with. Caitlin Cornick, Devin the escrow officers here in the Sugar Land office, and Kate Cannon in the Richmond office, and all of our support staff. Oh, and including Jennifer Smitis. Sorry, Jennifer. Almost forgot to mention you. So let's get started. This is episode number 73. This is a new friend of mine that I think you reached out to me for marketing, and now we meet every 2 weeks, and I kind of help her with her marketing. She wears more than one hat, but her name is Shetal. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hello, everyone. My name is Shetal Upadhyay, and I am a real estate agent with Realm Real Estate in Sugar Land. Like Kevin said, I do wear multiple hats. I do have a business in home staging, interior design, and Vastu Feng Shui consultancy, along with being a real estate agent. Believe it or not, but all of these actually do tie up they're all home related, and how a seller can benefit and how a buyer can benefit from all of these.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it. Let's learn a little bit about you. Why did you get into real estate? And not to be obvious, but do you have an accent? So you're not from around here. Tell everybody where you're from and why and how you got into real estate.
So I am from India originally. I was born there. Have been here in Fort Bend for about 40 years now. So now Fort Bend is home. Sugar Land's home.
Wow.
I got into real estate because I saw a lot of potential to help people buy their dream home, if they feel that they can't qualify, or if to make sure that they understand how to have that dream home, and make sure that everybody's comfortable, make sure everybody legally does everything that the way they're supposed to make sure that they have their property.
How long have you been a real estate agent?
I've been a real estate agent for about 4 years now.
Okay. And the home staging, did that come after you became an agent or before?
So the story behind this, and to broaden up my background, I am also a pharmacist by profession.
Oh, I'm sorry, she wears 4 hats.
So when I was talking to my patients, what was happening was a lot of them would come to me and say, I'm not feeling well. I look at their medical profile, I look at their history, I talk to them about what's going on in their house. And they would tell me that I have all these issues going on. So I'll say, okay, you know what? Is it okay if I talk to you outside of work? Is it okay if I come visit you? And they would say, yes, let's do that. And then looking at that and talking to them, I realized that the energy within their home wasn't as it was supposed to be. It didn't align with the environment of the people that lived in it. So that gave me an idea, there's so much more I can do out there to help people. So getting into one of what services I offer is Vastu Shastra. And I've been doing that for a little over 4 years as well. What that does is it clears your energy. It lets the client know that, the position that I have, my furniture or my stove or the toilet, it does make a difference on my mental health, financial health. It does make a difference in the relationships that I have with my family. So when we look at that bigger picture, Sometimes, we have to tell them this is not the right place for you to live in. Sometimes we can say, let's make these adjustments. When you're sleeping, make sure that your head is rested on the north side, not on the south side. Just little things like that we can make a difference with. Sometimes we have to make bigger changes. So looking at all of that, I realized, there's so much potential out there to help buyers to begin with. Say, you know what, I'm looking for a house. Let me see what I can do from the beginning, energetically buy a correct home. So when they start looking, we say, okay, no, what, this is not going to be the right place for you. This is going to be a perfect place for you. So distinguishing between the two.
Did you help people find homes based on the size of the home, the way the bedrooms are positioned?
Yeah.
Maybe the things that are in the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then not one thing may work for somebody, one thing may not work for somebody. So looking at that got me really involved more in real estate. I'm saying, why not start from the beginning? Why not just look at what you can do to prevent issues later on as a buyer? Even as a seller, if you have a home that you're in, which that it's energetically correct, and then looking at home staging and interior design as well, right? If your home is staged properly, if you have interior design done, of course, we have to look at their style of interest as well. What is it? Do you like traditional style? Do you like more of a modern style? What type of, what is your favorite style? We look at that, but then we go more into the neutral modes. When you look at, what is the potential buyer going to see in it? So that, it actually has helped my clients look at their homes and then sell the houses faster, sell their home faster. And then, of course, my buyers also, they go in and look and say, this is great. I really like the energy here. I like the way this room has a layout. It feels like home to me when I walk in. So
do you stage it with the existing owner's furniture, or do you bring in furniture when you stage a house?
It could be either way.
Either way.
It could be an empty home that we can furnish, or it could be, I have clients that'll tell me, I want to only work with what I have. And when they tell me that, then, I look and say, okay, this is going to work. This is not going to work. And we then go, from there. How much of the furniture we can use that they currently have to make it look presentable. So that when the buyer comes in, the buyer's like, okay, yeah, this is my perfect home. But one of the things that I do ask the sellers to do is get-go from when the buyer actually walks to the front yard. That's when they know that I either like or I don't like this home. So curb appeal is very important.
Is that quick?
It's very quick. It takes usually less than 30 seconds for a buyer to say, you know what, yes, I'm going to move forward with this, or I'm going to consider this, or I'm not going to consider this.
Moving forward meaning going into the house or going with a contract?
So like this may be one of the homes that I want to purchase versus, hey, I don't even want to look at this, or I'm
just from being in the front yard.
Just being in the front yard. Wow. It's very important, the curb appeal. And, believe it or not, each type of home has different curb appeal.
Of course.
So when I am a buyer and I'm looking for a traditional home, I'm not looking for the same type of a curb appeal as, say, I'm interested in buying a cottage style home. So all of that makes a difference. When we look at the interior, when the buyer crosses that curb appeal, the front, and walks into the door, then when they walk inside, there is also a different appeal, depending upon the type of home that you want to have, right? So that's where interior design, home staging comes into play. And then, of course, the Vastu and Feng Shui energy clearance. Because when somebody walks in, I don't know if you've ever been to a home where you walk in and say, you know what, I'm I feel uneasy here. I don't feel so great. So, having said that, if you go into a home and you feel that way, that means energetically there's something wrong within that environment. It could be the people that are living in it. Could be the placement of their furniture.
Could it be the people that used to live in it?
Could be, yeah.
Now we're getting spooky. But it all works together.
It all works together. Everything, it's all connected. So at the end of...
So you, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but you don't take real estate just from a buy it and sell it so I can get paid perspective.
No, absolutely
not. You help people buy and sell houses that they're going to feel good about buying or selling inside and outside the house. And you can help them with the staging part of it. Usually when people, or I know agents, or I know professionals that do home staging, an agent will hire them to stage the house so they can sell it. But that's not what you're talking about.
So if an agent reaches out to me and say, I need home staging services, I would go ahead, I'm able to do that. But I'm looking at it from my pharmacist experience, where patients came to me and how I was able to help them feel better.
Right.
And then taking it more into having more productive, better life for both sellers and buyers, in the process of buying the home, buying the right home, energetically correct, and then having a prosperous life. So it's a full circle. You start with, not, okay, is this going to be good for me or not? You go in buying a home saying, this is going to be great for me because this is all taken care of.
It's not just about your pocketbook. It's also about how you feel about it. So you've been an agent for 4 years. You basically have 3 companies and you work at another place. So you have 4 things going on in your life. From a marketing perspective, how do you generate leads, or how do you market these 3 businesses? What do you do now to get people's attention?
So obviously I've come in contact with you. We've worked together, and stepwise see how we can increase all my businesses, not just real estate, but everything, that we mentioned. I have recently just signed up with HubSpot, the CRM service.
Right. So we're going to put that together.
We're going to put that together. That's one of the things, obviously, it'll have all my 4 businesses on there. But that's one of the things that I'm going to start doing soon enough.
You're on social media right now, though, right?
Yeah, I
am.
am.
What platforms?
I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's called SRSHolisticWellness.com. I have YouTube videos uploaded with the same topics and how they can help. I also have a LinkedIn profile, so if anybody wants to get to know me through LinkedIn. So I am on social media with all 4
and
platforms.
then you also put together and hold, is it a monthly event? Tell everybody a little bit about what that is.
So in the monthly event that I hold, it's basically more of a workshop, getting to know the market from a real estate perspective, from interior design perspective, from home staging, and then of course from Vastu Feng Shui as well. Putting information out there, allowing people to ask questions, and of course we all meet up there and we're all able to get to know each other as well.
And it's open to the public, right?
It's open to the public.
Real estate.
No, it's open to anybody.
Okay.
I send out the invite through Facebook, through LinkedIn, and anybody is invited. And
is the next one on the calendar?
I am working on the next one, and that'll be somewhere 3rd week of November.
Okay, 3rd week of November,
Yeah.
right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right before Thanksgiving.
Awesome. So, if someone was to approach you and say, I found you on the internet, whether it be one of the 3 entities or whatever, but they're looking for a real estate, they're looking for a real estate agent, they need to buy or sell a house. What is it? Tell everybody, this is your chance to tell everybody in podcast land that might be watching this, what can they expect from you when you first meet somebody and sit down with them to help them with whatever it is they came to you with?
So the way I approach new clients is when we sit down, we talk, I explore what it is that you're looking for, whether you're a seller or you're a buyer. What is it that you're looking for? And I also go into their astrological chart. I ask for their date of birth, time of birth, place of birth. I put together a chart. Is this the right time for you to purchase a home? And if not, then I will say, okay, can you wait 3 months? Or can you wait, are you able to wait 6 months? Because astrologically, from a planetary alignment, that may be a better time for you. And then once I do that, then we explore, okay, what type of a home are you looking for? What are the requirements? What are specific, I have to have this and I don't have to have this, the requirements that you have. Yeah. So we sit down and we discuss all of that. And then, of course, looking at, from a seller's perspective, looking at the home energy that they have, whether they want to use their own furniture, and then looking at the interior design as well. I look at all of this when we first sit down, and then from then we take it to the next level. Okay. So are we the right fit for each other? Is this what you're looking for, or are you just looking for something just basic? Because we can provide just a basic service. We can provide an extended service because we have different packages. Okay. So anywhere from just, hey, I just want you to help me sell my home. I just want you to help me buy a home. But then in my question to you is, would you not want to do everything possible to make sure that you're able to sell on a timely basis, like quick sale with better profit versus your home sitting in the market for so many more days or so many more months, which I've had happen. I had I had an agent reach out to me and say, I have a client that the home is sitting there on the market for 6 months. And
that
so
doesn't surprise me right now.
but then we did do some work in the house. Okay. And then it sold in 3 weeks. And it sold at an asking price.
So you've been doing this for about 4 years, and you're getting pretty good at it. So you have you can read people, and you can kind of point them in the right direction and help them with it, either just basically buying the house or the whole package and getting everything else involved. You're on social media. Do you have a website?
I do.
What's the URL?
So the website is shreesavasturealestate.com, and that's spelled SHREESA, Vastu, VASTU, realestate.com.
And I'm going to put you on the spot. So for everybody out there that's watching that might speak the other language that you speak, you want to say something to them real quick in that language?
Sure, I can speak in two other languages.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so I can speak in Gujarati. કેમ છો? બધા મજામાં છો? તમારે કોઈ પણ ઘરનું વેચાણનું ખરીદીનું કામ હોય અને કોઈ વાસ્તુનું કામ હોય તો જરૂરથી મને ફોન કરજો. મારો નંબર છે 832-787-2172. कैसे सब लोग? अगर आपको कोई घर लेना हो या बेचना हो आपका घर, कोई वास्तु का काम हो, तो आप प्लीज़ मुझे फ़ोन करें. मेरा फ़ोन नंबर है 832-787-2172. Thank you.
So those two languages were?
They're Hindi and Gujarati.
Okay. Yeah. So if you speak those languages, she's your real estate agent. For everybody that speaks English, give them the phone number one more time.
Right. So for all my English speaker friends out there, the phone number is 832-787-2172. My business is SRS Holistic Consultants. And once again, the website is shreesavasturealestate.com. You can also check me out on the YouTube channel at shreesaholisticwellness.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the podcast. You did a great job. I don't speak those other two languages, by the way, but I'm sure you can help somebody. So if you're looking for a real estate agent, that can do more than just help you buy or sell a house, you probably should call Shetal. Give them the phone number one more time.
Phone number is 832-787-2172.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. And we're going to take a quick break and be right back with segment number 2 of episode 73, Kevin's Corner Real Estate from Marketing Perspective, with a big surprise. We'll be right back. Say bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.